making up a little bit of pre-workout so you can see what I'm going to be taking. And today's leg day, so squats, some sort of squat variation, sled drags, sled pushes. That will depend if there's no classes going on at Crunch, because when they have the classes, they usually take up the turf area. So yeah, that'd be great if they wouldn't do the classes in that area and actually in the designated classroom. But and then we'll do something for hamstrings. Today's the hamstring dominant day, so maybe RDLs, hamstring line curls, and again the sled drags. And then we'll do some wide stance, high foot placement, leg press. There we go. Anyways, this is what I'm working with for the pre-workout. Got Pump by Raw. This is going to be just a glycerol base. So glycerol helps with the hydration within the cells. So pulls the water into the cells. Hyperhydration as well can help with reducing the risk of muscle cramping. Helps with reducing fatigue, again, because of the hydration levels within the cells. So it pretty much does the cell volume the same way that creatine does, whereas creatine, you get that plus the benefits of just ATP, so that more energy, that type of energy that you need for those short explosive movements like squats or sprints. And then we're using Chemix, the pump. So this is the non-stem formula. This is what I use, this is what I like. This is the orange sherbet flavor. You can use my code fit.dad to save 20%. So that's a plug for you. And then we're gonna go with one more thing. One more thing is carb powder. So demo day, nice little Seth Feroce on there, but we'll get a scoop, so give you 25 grams of carbs, some also hydration in there as well, and some glucose disposal help. So you get the what is it, cinnamon in here, alpha lipoic acid, you get more glycerol in here. I wouldn't be too scared of taking too much glycerol, just because as long as you're getting like the glycersize. If you take regular glycerol monostearate, you might have some GI distress. So it might pull water into your intestinal tract, and that's where some people, they get bloated feeling, which isn't a great idea, especially on leg day when you're gonna have a lot of volume, intra-abdominal volume. So that's usually why you would puke. And then also you stimulate your CNS, your sympathetic nervous system. And so again, that might cause you to feel a little sick. And so the extra water inside your intestines, if you take too much glycerol monostearate, then that might be a problem. But glycersize, I don't have that problem. It doesn't clump. It's really nice and fine. And I take up to, let's see, let's just scoop of this. That's 6 grams. That's 2 grams. So we're at 8 grams plus another 3 grams. So we're at 11 grams of glycersize. I like it, man. Yeah, that's about it. I've already had enough sodium throughout the day. So I've already had technically 2 meals. So I had rice and chicken. No, rice and pork chop. And then I had, so that was 300 grams of rice, 6 ounces of lean pork chop. And then I had 2 burgers, which I posted on my Instagram stories, just with some mustard. I'm not sure what the content of those burgers were. That was from leftovers from Memorial Day. Anyways, but that's my pre-workout, non-stim, so no caffeine. I've had enough caffeine from energy drink already, from the Rise energy drink. It's 200 milligrams already. And I seem to be doing fine on the lower caffeine. I'm trying to work my way down to where I used to take like 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of caffeine and be fine. But now I've worked my way down to where some days I don't drink any of caffeine sources except for maybe like a soda, and I'm totally fine. Whereas I can even still do like 1,000 milligrams, and again, I'm still fine. Heart rate doesn't really go up past 80s, like the high 80s. So with that amount of caffeine, and yeah, that's about it. I'm just trying to reduce the amount of stress on my kidneys and my epinephrine and norepinephrine output, and seeing if that can help with overall GI health, because that is Something that I find very addicting and pleasurable is caffeine, and the caffeine drinks. You know, I drink it like water. To me, it's water. I'm not a big fan of water. Water has no taste. Anyways, going to go hit this leg workout and go from there. All right, so I did not film my post-workout shake. It's the same stuff, man. It is whey protein isolate. It is 20 grams of collagen. So 20 grams of collagen, 25 grams of whey protein isolate. It is 5 grams of creatine, ice, frozen banana, and almond milk. That's it. And it really doesn't change. The only thing that changes is flavors. That's about it. So right now we are picking up the kids from daycare, and then we're going to go to Sam's and buy some stuff at Sam's. If you want, I can kind of video what I'm going to buy, but it's really just some random stuff that we usually keep in the house. So like Monsters, string cheese, frozen blueberries, tissues, because my kids are just the snottiest things, and so when we're supposed to use one tissue, obviously the kids use like 5, 6, 7, and you just run through them very, very fast. You know, it's kind of the same idea with like wet wipes and bath soap. They, you know, a lot goes a little ways. So stock up on a few things like that, see what deals they might have. That's kind of the beauty about Sam's Club, and I think it's very odd that like the older generation, like, so like if you're like 70 years old, like you don't have children or anybody living with you usually. I don't know about nowadays, but I just find it funny that it's usually like retired old couples that go in there and they buy like 2 huge things of toilet paper and the huge thing of laundry detergent and paper towels. And I'm like, man, like it's kind of funny because I know that they're kind of stocking up, and it's like they like the deals, the bargains, which I'm going to do whenever I'm old. But I think it's funny because Sam's is meant for like large families or businesses. So I just think it's kind of funny, but you can't pass up a good deal. I have not been to BJ's, which is like another club membership, and I have not been to Costco. I think I went to Costco once in California. That's about it. So Sam's Club is what we have here. Sam's Club is what I have a membership for, and that's where we go. There's, you know, I say you're either Costco lover or you're a Sam's Club lover. I really don't care. I mean, I just figure whatever's the best bang for my buck. But that's the plan so far. You know, it's about 5:30 right now, so we'll see where everything leads us. And in the meantime, I am sipping on some Rise. It's the Smarties flavor, so they have the license agreement with that. So the Ring Pop Smarties, pretty good, man. I do like the Ring Pop better than this one, but I do like the fact that it has 200 milligrams of choline. So remember, if you look on the back of the ingredients, it's going to show 500 milligrams of choline bitartrate. Usually you're going to be yielding only 40% of choline from that. So don't get confused if you don't be like, oh, that's a mislabel. No, 500 milligrams of taurine and 200 milligrams of caffeine. So kids are here.
Are you crawling through this way or going around?
Hey, bud. Hi. All right, so ending the night again. Cooked some steaks. That's up on my IG post. Pretty much I just cooked up probably around 5 pounds, and then I just slice it, and I will use that for some meal preps for the rest of a couple days this week. And then we also have some rotisserie chicken, and kind of just debone that, set that aside again with some rice packets. Sorry, I'm like bouncing all over the place. So that's pretty much it that I did for tonight. And right now I'm just having my nightcap of the shake and some berries. These are blackberries. And man, these are like huge, bro, huge. These are totally GMO'd. Definitely have some like Miracle Grow on them. A little bit of anabolic blackberries. But you know, that's what you get when you shop at Sam's Club. So um, on that note, I think it is fair to talk about GMO foods and really my opinions on them. And my opinions on GMO foods is that they are totally fine. And the reason why I say that is because we can, you know, if you've had a banana, bananas are genetically modified trees and with their fruits. So you're eating a GMO product. Also, GMO helps us to be able to have more crops. And so if your goal is to feed the hungry and for let no children go hungry, then you should be pro GMO. Also, if you are outraged that the prices of foods have gone up and the prices of produce have gone up, one way to cut that is GMO. GMO does not mean that it is bad. It does not. It just means that we are able to manipulate the genetic structure of it, the fruit, and so we can even make it more potent. We can splice fruits together. We can cross genome fruits, and we have better antioxidant profiles. We can make it to where it doesn't need pesticides, so you can have like a specific type of environmental protection on it. So we can do all these things with genetically modified fruits and foods. Now, I wouldn't want to do, well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't like an absolute, but the one thing that's iffy is like genetically modified or genetically engineered cows, which we already have now with like a specific type of coat of skin on them. I forgot what that coat of skin actually does. I think it like pulls in more. No, I don't remember. I'm not going to misquote, but they have genetically modified cows, not the milk or the meat, but the coat on it. So, um, but I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with having GMO soy lecithin or sunflower lecithin. I mean, this is the reason why we have some shortages because of the emulsification process that we need, and that's what we need is sunflower lecithin, and the and so like I really don't get your stance on GMO and how like that's bad for you, or even like go all organic. I mean, because now there's even an outbreak of hepatitis A with organic strawberries. And if someone is organic, they could be paying off whatever organization it is, or they could also be using organic pesticides. So there's still something to to protect the fruit, or they use nothing and then they sell you at a high cost because they're just lazy. And so we know this from family, family being in real estate. We know people who have orange groves and such, and it's hard to take care of these things. And so a good way to be lazy about it is to just say, it's organic, and then their food's crap. So it goes rotten in like a day after being picked, 2 days after being picked. It is kind of a money scheme, and unfortunately, but I would be more worried about things like xenoestrogens, if you're really worried about that. Plastics in your car. I mean, your car heats up here in Florida. I'm sure there's some sort of chemical that's found in there that we're breathing in. Receipt paper. Everyone that asks for receipts has a xenoestrogen layer on it. There's a lot of things that I would be more worried about than GMO foods, and yeah, that's my opinion. Just these giant blackberries made me think of that. And I mean, they are pretty cheap from Sam's Club. They're like $3 for a big container. And I'm totally fine. And well, I guess we'll see. But um, yeah, I think that's kind of the end of the rant on that. I'm just trying to figure out what to watch now before I go to bed. It's 9 o'clock, and I am usually falling asleep around this time, getting really tired. And if I can't find something to watch, then I usually just listen to a podcast. And then Eiley will come out after reading books to the kids and waiting for them to fall asleep because she has to like stay in there and sneak out. And she'll watch Grey's Anatomy right now. And so I just lay here and watch Grey's Anatomy or listen to it. So I kind of know stuff about it. I kind of don't know stuff about it, but that's one of the series that I'm watching, but not watching. So that about does it tonight. Um, yeah, nothing exciting today. I'm feeling it from my leg workout already. Um, I have no idea why. I did a lot more pause squats, so every single set of squats, 405. So I did 5 by 5, and they each had a full 1 to 2 second pause at the bottom. So not too shabby. I did the same thing with leg press, walking lunges. You know, I try to make everything really slow concentric, slow eccentric. So I try to like just make my time under tension a lot harder. And sled pull, same thing. And yeah, man, my legs are just toast right now. But that about does it. If you could, like, share, comment, subscribe, share, subscribe for sure. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and talk to you guys later.